So, Grandpa is driving us
I sure
to
am.
Lake Superior. We have been driving for, I don't know, 30 minutes north or more from Highway 2 towards Canada. We haven't passed anybody. Nobody's passing us. I think he's taking me up here to the Twilight Zone, but I'm not quite sure. Actually, we're going to visit some dead people in our family. You know how Grandpa is with family tree stuff. Well, we're on our way to
Grand Marias?
Grand Marias.
I don't know if that's how you pronounce it.
That's how we're saying it.
Kinsley
Oh,
can
look,
tell
there's
us
some flags and
'cause
something.
it's French.
Oh, it's French, so Kinsley would know. Anyway, we're going up here to investigate family history. Grandpa's great-grandfather came here from Canada, Ontario, Canada, and his name was George T. Wilson, and he married Hannah Wilson. Well, Hannah Reynolds, and she became Wilson. And they had Grandma Florence was their daughter, and Grandma Florence is Grandpa's grandma.
That's right.
Grandpa Mace, that's his mother. So Mace, Velma, Jack, and Jim were all the children of Florence. And Florence lived in Michigan with her family here when she was born.
We think.
And she actually went to the University of Michigan and got a graduate degree, we found out. And anyway, this whole family, they didn't die here, so I don't think we're going to go see any headstones or anything, but there was a book written by an attorney in town, and he used to communicate with Grandpa Mace and Uncle Jack about a piece of property that needed the title cleared on it. And so we're going up here to see if we can find a copy of the book, because we haven't been able to find a copy of the book online. And we are going...
The street, one of the streets in Grand Marias is Wilson Street. And that is named after George T. Wilson, a pioneer of Grand Marias. And I'm going to go get a picture standing in front of Wilson Street, because that's what I do.
So anyway, if there's still a street and if there's still anything up here when we get here, we're not sure, because so far
There's not very many people.
there's not
up
very
there.
many. Oh, we see headlights,
Well,
and there's an American flag, so somebody lives there. That's good.
yeah.
Okay, well, we'll give you an update. We're getting so far north now. The trees look like in Alaska because of the frozen tundra. You can't, they don't grow very good. They're really stunted, and they never get very big or very tall. They look anemic. It's because the permafrost in the ground doesn't allow them to have much of a growing season. Hey, look, there's civilization here. Grand Marias. We made it, and we just passed Wilson Street, which was named after the family. There's a Pickle Barrel House Museum.
Take the next left on the
Do you know that George T. Wilson was the sheriff of this town back in the day? Yeah, he was. And I think he was a postmaster, too. I think he was the only person here back in the day, so he was probably everything.
Interesting story. These pickle barrel houses were built by the Pioneer Cooperage Company in Chicago way back in the 1920s, the early 20s. And they were actually built as vacation cottages, and they were all over the Great Lakes area. and this one was moved here and made into a little museum in Grand Marais, and now it is on the National Register of Historic Places. So you want me to read all of that again?
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the little book that we found here at the Historical Society, and it tells a little bit about Wilson Street right here on the back, and it tells about George Wilson came from Ireland to Grand Marais in 1880. That's him. That's Grandpa, great Grandpa.
That's great.
Yeah.
And he was also a lightkeeper, which we didn't know. He was a sheriff, a postmaster. Now he's
the
a
whole
lightkeeper.
thing says he worked in the lumber camps, later made a twice weekly run by dog sled during the winter to the railroad at Seney. He served in the U.S. Lighthouse Service for 3 years. He opened a general store on Lake Avenue up here. He was a postmaster, township supervisor, also served as a deputy sheriff for Alger County. He was a treasurer. Look at that.
Okay, wait a minute.
Okay.
Was he the only man that was here in those days?
Yeah,
he was a one-man town.
A one-man town.
That's pretty fun.
That's hilarious.
That's great.
That's just what I wanted. The Grand Marais Historical Society Museum and the docent there was just fantastic. She told us lots of history and everything about the area, and it was really pretty good. The little museum was great. We tried looking around to find more evidence of my great-grandfather, George T. Wilson. We did find a couple of references to his name, which was pretty cool. This is a uniform for the light service at the time. And then we were asked to sit down and watch a little video about Grand Marais. And Glenda wanted to capture the entire video because of the song, so listen carefully.
What brings you here to Grand Marais? Did you plan to come or did you lose your way?
Well, here's proof. We have the list of postmasters of Grand Marais, Grand Marais, since 1882. And look, right here is George Wilson, October 2nd of 1890. That is my great-grandfather, George Wilson, 1890. Ha! So next I had to go down to the post office museum, and this is actually the exact old post office that great-grandpa worked at when he was a postmaster back in, what did it say, 1890 or 1892. And the little museum there was great. They have lots of nice little exhibits, and I found a couple of things with his name on it there as postmaster. And one of the interesting things was a plaque that showed the dog sled. And as you remember in the previous video, he ran that dog sled with mail back and forth to a town called Seney. And that was pretty interesting. So that was one of the postmaster's jobs, is to, run, in the dead of winter down to the next town, which was, good long ways, to get the mail and so forth. And next, I had to go to the library. I was referred to the library, and I went down there and investigated a little bit about the book that this James L. Carter had written, and that was interesting as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Wilson Street in Grand Marais. We finally figured it out. Well, I had to ask.
It's French.
It's French, so I had to ask, how do you pronounce it? Anyway,
Wilson Street was named after my great-grandfather, George T. Wilson, because he was a pioneer, fresh from like Ontario, Canada, I believe. And so now they named a street after him. Here's the street sign coming right up. Right here. Hey. Wilson Street.
The next day, as you see, I did drag Glenda out to Wilson Street so we could take a picture of the street sign. And then we went on down to the beach, and we were looking for agates. And the beach was great. It was a rocky kind of beach at that point, but we had a great day watching some weather come in, and we were glad that we were out there then instead of later, because woo, it really did storm. And yes, I did take Glenda down to tour through both of the cemeteries in Grand Marais.